everyone, and welcome to our YouTube channel, Moneyline with Nancy at TV. In case you're not a subscriber yet, please do subscribe. Just press the subscribe button as well as turn on the notification bell so that you can get notifications when we upload our videos. Don't also forget to subscribe and join, follow, like our other social media platforms. Of course, you're seeing it right about now. Don't also forget to share this video across your platforms. Enjoy the video. All right, welcome back to the program. Emeka Nobis joins me now. He's the founder of Knowledge Money University. Quite an interesting name. Hello, Emeka. Can you see me and can you hear me?
Nancy, I can see you. I can hear you clearly.
Okay, you can hear me clearly. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
We're talking about how to make money from what you know. Speak to us and speak to our audience this morning how to turn your knowledge into money. That's one. And can you really make money from nothing? Because you see a lot of people who say, I had nothing, but see me today, I've grown. I had nothing, I had nothing. So two sides of the coin. Can you make money from nothing? And can you turn your knowledge into money? I know you're laughing. That's a question perhaps you did not expect.
Yeah, thankfully, I was here watching Mike, and I like what Mike is doing. It's absolutely in line with what we are doing at Knowledge Money University. Ours is strictly online. It's not a conventional university, as people may think, where we issue certificates like conventional universities. We don't issue certificates like that. But our core focus is the fact that people, you and I, by virtue of what we are doing in our lives, we have been able to gather experiences, we have been able to get mastery in certain areas, we've been able to get expertise, and we have been able to gather knowledge if we have gone to the university or not. I believe that someone like you, Nancy, must have gone to the university and you have acquired special knowledge in the area that you are utilizing today to be a blessing to the world and to yourself.
Thank you.
So what we do at Knowledge Money University is basically helping individuals to understand that they can take their talents, they can take their knowledge that they've gained maybe through the four walls of the university. They can take what they have gained by virtue of mastery in the things they are doing, photography, making hair, beads, bead making, tailoring, sewing, whatever. And then they can go through certain methodology we have established to be able to make money for themselves. So first thing I'll share with you just in 4 steps. The first thing is to realize the fact that you are an embodiment of these things. You are an embodiment of talent, you're an embodiment of knowledge, you're an embodiment of experiences. That's the first thing you need to realize. You have to come to that realization that you are an embodiment of these things. No matter where you have been in life, no matter what you have gone through, you're an embodiment of these things. God has given you talent by virtue of time that you are spending on earth. You are acquiring certain utilizable experiences. And if you have been privileged to go to university, you have gone through the 4 walls of the university, and you have gotten some form of specialized knowledge, maybe to become a medical doctor, to become a pilot, an air pilot, to become an engineer, the specialized professions. And then finally, you have gotten mastery as a result of things that you've done. That's the first realization. The second realization is the fact that you begin to package those things into formats that people can utilize. I mean, Mike made mention of courses, right? So people go there to learn courses, and they can learn courses in data analytics. They can learn courses in even down to being able to know how to become a good husband or how to be a good wife. The thing about the online space is that knowledge has become democratized. It's no longer within the confines of those who can gatekeep them. We have become bodies of knowledge that we can dispense to the world, and they can tap into those knowledge, that thing we're sharing with the world, to be able to better their own lives, to be able to better their businesses, to be able to better their marital experiences, to be able to better their health. That's the fundamental impact that we're making by being able to turn our knowledge into money. Then the third point is that you've got to be able to showcase to the world that you have that thing that they need. Nobody patronizes a silent expert. You can't be in the dark and expect people to break down the doors to come to see you. You have to come forth. And it's so easy now to be able to do that. With the smartphones that we have available to us, we can be able to put out on our WhatsApp status. We can be able to create social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and on a daily basis, you show forth and share your thoughts, share your ideas, share your processes, share your experiences, share your stories, share your insights. The more that you do that on a daily basis, people begin to see that you are someone that they need to pay attention to. And that's how you begin to build influence. That's how you begin to build visibility. Before you come on bigger platforms like AIT and the various TV stations and radio stations that may charge you a lot of money to be able to showcase, you have to use what is available to you, and that is easy. Now, YouTube, you can go there and sign up with a free account, and you can be putting out your videos there on YouTube. I mean, on Facebook, Instagram, and all of other ones. On Twitter, you can go there on a daily basis, and you are sharing with the world these things that you have on your inside. So that's the third step. The fourth step is that you now begin to package these things into sources that individuals can pay for. I mean, Allison is all about free stuff. I don't, on our platform, we don't do free stuff. We charge the people who come on into Knowledge Money University because we believe that they have said to themselves, take my money and guide me through the process to become utilizable to myself. Take my money and give me a more profitable future to be able to make money from what it is that I know. And so they come, we take them through the 8 weeks of the process, and then they understand the fundamentals, and then they can be able to utilize what we've taught them to be able to convert the knowledge into money. So you've got to be able to create, we teach them how to create products that people can buy, and there are quite a number of them: ebooks, online courses, boot camps, virtual experiences, audio courses, books. These are different knowledge products that they can create to make money. Let me use you as an example. So you show forth every day. I don't know how many times that you do your
Five
show.
times a
Maybe
week, Monday to
five
Friday.
times a week. Fine. And so people are looking at Nancy and they're saying to themselves, I love what Nancy is doing. I wish that I can do what Nancy is doing. But Nancy, you may not have the opportunity and time to be able to sit down and maybe begin to teach hundreds of these individuals who are clamoring to be like you. You can sit down actually and decide to put down the processes that you have designed for yourself to be able to do exceptionally well in this thing that you're doing, and then record it. Be before the camera, record it. Step one, video one, lesson two, lesson three, lesson four. You can create as many as 30 lessons and then put them on the platform, either on a third-party platform or your own platform that you have designed for yourself, and people can log in, pay you money, and then they can watch Nancy. So you see that you can be doing what you're doing. You can even be right there now doing what you're doing. And by the time you are done with this show, you pick up your phone and you can see an alert. Somebody has paid in and said, I want to be like Nancy. I want to understand what it is that Nancy is doing to do the same thing that she's doing, or even on an amplified level. And so you find out that every day you can wake up and someone is signing in based on how you are pushing forth your narrative. Someone has signed in and is learning from you without you being there. You've done the work once, and they are learning from you, and you are making money from it. You can also write books. I mean, I don't know whether you've been a journalist. Of course, by virtue of what you're doing, you're an amazing person who's doing great work in journalism. You can put down your experiences, how you started out in journalism, the early days, the days that you didn't know a lot of things. Now you've become an experienced individual, the how to conduct interviews with high network individuals. All those things are experiences that you've garnered over the years of doing your journalism work. You can take all those things and put them in a book format that is not only politicians, that are like the likes of IBB and the rest of them that are qualified to write books.
To write books.
Every one of us who
Yeah.
have gone through utilizable experiences that can help to put the light into someone else's life. We can put these things in form of knowledge products like books, and so you can launch the book and people can be buying from you without you being there physically present.
Yeah.
So these are the things that we take them through, and when they are done, we don't leave them. We're not like other platforms where you're done learning and then you leave, you go and do. No, we now put them into another community where we call the community the Knowledge Money Nation. They are there. What we are doing basically is to share with them, to tell them, look, this thing that we have put you through, we, the founders, we are also going on that same journey. So it's like a modeling thing. They are modeling up, we are making our lives be model before them. They are looking at what we are doing, looking at our results, and it constantly inspires them to keep pushing and waking up and doing the work on a daily basis.
Okay.
And then it's also a means for them to connect to one another. Having pledged to themselves and giving us money to say, take me through the process, they understand that there are other individuals who are also there who are now on a journey of prosperity to say that this is an intentional journey, and then they are connecting to one another in the community. They are also sharing their experiences, they are sharing their successes. So it's an avenue to constantly get inspired in the community after having gone to the Money University. So that's what we are doing.
Okay.
And then individuals are making money from what they do. I mean, it's a beautiful place to be. Secondly, to answer your question, somebody will say make money from
Make
nothing.
money from nothing. That's what I was actually waiting for your answer to that. Let me see how you're going to answer that.
It's actually funny, but how can you make money? I mean, what they are saying, I can answer it from two angles, right? What they are saying basically could be that, okay, nobody knew me. I was nothing here. Nobody knew me. I wasn't in the limelight. And now I am in the limelight by virtue of what it is that I'm now doing. Basically, you see a lot of this content content creators specifically, the way they call it, all right, have not been in the limelight. And suddenly they are thrust in the limelight through the things that they are putting out on social media. And now they're making money, they're becoming brand ambassadors. Part of what we also encourage people to be, and as a result of them doing things that we teach them, is that they can become brand ambassadors for companies because they're now limelight, they're now in the limelight, they're now influential. So they have become brand ambassadors. Companies are hiring them now to do advertisements for them, and then making money. So that's one way that one way I can describe that I made money from nothing. The other way could be the fact that nobody can actually make money from nothing because somebody has to pay you money to utilize what you've created to be able to benefit their lives, right? Either it's in health, either it's in education, either it's in finance, either it's in their marital lives, either in relationships, right? So nobody can just say that I'm making money out of it.
Make money from zero. Okay.
I don't think that makes sense. And making money from zero is actually a worthy metaphor to use because, I mean, my life could have been here, right? Now, that's zero level. Now that I'm earning income, I've made money from zero. But you can't just absolutely say you're making money
because there must be something to that. Either you have a phone, for example, those selling on
Instagram. Because the phone that you have,
is something.
Right?
It's something. So
data. You have to pay money for data. So it has to cost.
Or you don't know somebody, or somebody spoke about you to someone that gave you an opportunity to do something. There must be something,
Exactly. I can also give you an example when people say something like that. So I knew a particular lady, she wanted to go into fashion, right? And what she did was she didn't have machines, didn't know how have money to buy machines. So what did she do? She left her house and went to somewhere on foot, actually. She didn't pay money for transport. So she went on foot to someone else who was doing well in fashion. And so what was she doing? She was going there and taking all the things that the lady was doing. And she had an agreement with her. I will help you to talk to other individuals who will come to make clothes. And then I'll take a certain percentage from there. But then even as at that, it cost her money, it cost her something, it cost her her time, cost her her contacts, cost her her phone calls, cost her going, by public transport to go to get individuals to come sign up, and make clothes and all that. So someone can say zero because
I allowed you this time to give us a foundation of it, and this is the time. This is the time right now to get people. So I allowed you enough time to be able to give us a background. And we have people, of course, joining us because, like I mentioned earlier, this is what we do every month to be able to meet the certain needs of perhaps entrepreneurs or people, audience. I have a few questions here, but I can see people online right now. If you have a question, just raise your hand. So we'll be able to give you a few seconds to ask your questions. You know what we're saying today. You know what we're doing, how to make money from what you know. Deborah, I can see that you're bringing out a few $1,000. Do you have a question? I can see you're flashing 1,000 naira, but how to make money from what you know. Particularly what we're talking about is monetizing your knowledge. So if any of you has a question, just let me know. But while I wait for that, let me come in with this question from Sule Saldana. He's asking, Emeka, I'm newly into aquaculture business. How do I make money from the business? Emeka, if you can answer in 1 minute so that we can see how many questions that will go around.
Yeah, I think the fact that you're new into the aquaculture business, I've already established the fundamentals, right? You have established the fact that you are that specific. Secondly, begin to show to the world what you're doing in your aquaculture, right? Take your phone, record, go there to your business place, record, put it out there, tell them the benefits, tell them what they're going to gain, tell them how it's beneficial to them. Once you get one customer, that's the beginning. So somebody will see what you've done, and then they can say, okay, I like the product you're offering. Let me buy into it, right? Expand all possibilities: WhatsApp status, WhatsApp contacts, phone calls, videos that you're putting out on YouTube, videos you're putting out on Instagram, and then when someone buys, that's how it starts. And then as you begin to get lots of experiences, you can start having online courses that you create, books, ebooks, and all that. And that's how you can start making a lot more money for yourself.
Okay,
and then, of course, people can come to you, grants, and you make a lot more money for yourself.
Okay, that takes me to the next question, which is this is coming from Abdul Okutepa. How do I make money from writing? Because you talked about earlier on about writing, and you just mentioned it. How do I make money from writing, considering the lack of reading habits among Nigerians today? What strategies can I adopt to sell my books?
That's the problem. That's the problem people are thinking, reading habits. I mean, Nigerians are reading. It depends on what it is that they're reading. If you are beautiful enough to read, if you are convincing enough to read, they'll read you. If you are able to solve their problems, they'll read you. We wake up every day and we write. And there are so many ways you can make money from writing. You can make money as a ghostwriter. Let me tell you, all the politicians who are launching books, think that they took time to write the books by themselves.
Yes.
Not the ones. You can write you can write books, you can write emails for companies, you can write websites for individuals, you can write for AI companies right now. I mean, there's a lot. You can even launch your own books by yourself. Start from ebooks, write 12 pages, make noise about it. People can come to buy. You can write for big individuals. That's how I started out. I was working as an employee and I was writing for personal brands that were very busy. It's all on you to even enter their inboxes. Go on LinkedIn, send them messages, and they will employ you as writers. Companies are looking for writers right now, and you can make money a whole lot from there. But start with yourself. Put out an ebook. Find a problem in that particular niche. Create an ebook of 3,000 words. Make noise about it. Put out on every channel that you have, right? Tell your friends to also talk about it. People are going to buy it. That's how you can make money for yourself in writing, right?
Okay.
I wish you all the best.
Yeah. Deborah, you have a question? Unmute your mic and very quickly ask your question.
Okay, thank you very much. God bless you. And thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. What I want to ask is, you spoke about using the power of social media. And my question is, in the case where social media is unaffordable, what other means can you write on to create awareness so that people can be able to patronize you and make money on what you know? Thank you.
I need you to understand the thing that, Deborah, social media is very affordable. I mean, I don't understand anybody who will say that social media is not affordable. Social media, no, Facebook is not charging you to make an account. Instagram is not charging you to create an account. It's free to create an account on these platforms. WhatsApp is there. They are free for you to utilize. So the only thing that will cost you is data and time to be able to create the content and make the videos and all that. So nobody should come and say that social media is not affordable. It's free of charge. Set up an account today, and then you can start creating what you're creating and putting it out there. I mean, other platforms can be very, very expensive for you to set up. I mean, at the beginning, social media is where a lot of individuals are camping on a daily basis. They wake up, they check WhatsApp, they check Facebook, they check Instagram.
It's become an addiction now.
Yeah, it's profitable for you to start out from where people are at the moment. And then as you become bigger, you can now push them to the platform that you've created for yourself, and then they can flow with you. But that's the place that you can kick off today and you start getting the attention that they desire. Social media is not expensive to start out. With your phone, go get an account. It's free to set up, and you can start posting from today.
Okay, for those still watching and they want to join the conversation, please, what you need to do, of course, you want to ask a question, just raise your hands and I will take you on. All right, Emeka, another question. This person is asking, let me take this one. Let me take, is loans the innovative way? I don't think we need, this does not apply to our topic today because we got a lot of questions, businesses and loans and all of that. Anytime I'm doing this business clinics, trust me, they bombard me with a lot of questions that either relate to the topic or they want me personally to attend to. Now, let's take a look at this. I'm telling you. Let's take a look at this question. What do you look for when having a team for your business to grow And how do you consider the spirit of taking risk in your business? You know why I'm asking you this question? Because whatever you do with your knowledge, or however you're monetizing your knowledge, there should be a structure around it. Eventually, you get people that will work with you as a team. How have you been able to manage that? Yes.
Okay, the fundamental thing I want to share with you is that this has to do with your culture, all right? If you get stupid individuals to work with you or get fools to work with you, that's your fault because you got them through the door. So the first thing you have to do for yourself is to sit down and say, what are my values? What are the values that are sacrosanct to me that they are non-negotiable? It's for you to sit down and assess that for yourself. Is it timeliness? Is it integrity? Is it the truth? I mean, you have to be able to sit down and itemize those values. Then, if you're going to get people into the team, the individuals have to go through the funnel, the filter of those value systems that you've created for yourself fundamentally. Because if you don't create those things, that means you can't be able to have a filter for this individual. So when it has to do with integrity, you know that you cannot be working with a thief. When it has to do with this particular skill set, you know that you have to hire individual in this particular area, this skill set to come to work with you. So it's the first instance is to have the value system. What kinds of individuals are you looking out for? What skill sets should they have? What value system should they have? And then either these individuals reach out to you, because these are two ways I usually do. I reach out to some individuals, or they come to me by virtue of my showcase. Now, I usually use unorthodox means to even get individuals. I have been able to employ someone to join my team just by traveling in a bus. We got to a particular location, we came down, and I started having conversations with a lady. I was asking her questions about different things about life. How were you able to do this in your life? And she was giving me those answers, not even understanding that I was doing an interview with her. By the time we got to the location, I told her, can you come to the office and have a conversation with me? She came, and that was how she got hired. So fundamentally, please sit down, because this journey of running a business is not something you do haphazardly. It's not something you do without cardinal points. You got to be able to sit down and ask yourself those relevant questions. What are my value systems? And then you begin to get individuals, and then you have to stick to those value systems, because the moment you move away from those value systems, that's the problem. I give you a particular example of what happened. Somebody established a petrol station, and he found out that people were, his staff, the members of the team, of the workforce, were stealing from him. And then the consultant that he hired asked him one particular question. He asked him and said, have you at some point sold petrol that was contaminated? You mixed it with something, either kerosene or something. The guy said, no, it's not that. That's not the focus of the conversation. These people are stealing from me. The lady asked him, have you at some point done contaminated petrol? He said, yes. He said, at that point that you did that, you showed your members of staff and the team members that it is okay for you to steal from the public. Now it's hurting you because they're stealing from you directly. That is a departure from an established value system that can come back to
So you have to be an example for your staff.
Exactly. First and foremost, right? Model it, and then you now begin to attract the kinds of individuals who can be part of the team. But the thing, you have to open up yourself to understand that sometimes you can also make mistake. You can employ the wrong. You can get someone who is wrong, who's not maybe born with the same passion that you've got, who doesn't have the resilience and the strength and the patience to go through. Because if you're starting out truly, you need a lot of strength and hope and enthusiasm to be able to build an organization. So if you've got someone who has come into the team, and maybe you guys have shared equity, or there is a certain percentage, the thing is, if you find out that this individual is not really living up to expectations, have that conversation. And if you guys did a legal contract, get the lawyer that has, who did the contract, and see how you can liquidate the involvement of this partner, because you don't need docile and indolent individuals to build an organization with you. It means that you're going to put in a lot more energy, and there will be constant drag. So this is important, in establishing conditions and guidelines that can help you to be able to get the right kinds of individuals to be part of your team.
Okay. I know we just have less than 5 minutes. If I take a look at my time, I think less than 5 minutes, because it's about 3 minutes. And I don't know if there's anyone that wants to ask another question, because I'm not seeing any hands raised. So I assume that people are just internalizing what you are saying. So
Okay, maybe. Sometimes the bombs are hitting them.
yes,
Maybe
exactly. And of course,
ruminate over what it is.
yes, exactly. We have a community so they can ask their questions there. So, Emeka, just as we go, what are the final things you want our viewers to take away from this today? And I would also like you to add, because we're talking about knowledge into money. Is there anything, because I know there are business people also that sell like foodstuff and some other things, tangible, hard commodities here. Is it something they can also translate what we're talking about today? So in just a minute, yes.
Absolutely. People who are doing business, they can. I mean, if you heard what Mike said, about organizations. So imagine that you're getting your staff, right, to get on board, to be part of your team. They can watch the videos that you've created as the owner of the business. They can watch videos that you've talked about onboarding. Talked about the value system, talked about the culture of the organization and all that. And so they can go through it. Remember that whatever you're doing in your business is something else that someone else can need in business to be able to get the kind of results that they are also angling to get. So in business, as you are doing with your physical products, you are dealing with marketing, you are dealing with inventory, you are dealing with
staff,
with
everything.
sales, you are dealing with staff, you are dealing with purchase, you are dealing with a whole lot, you are dealing with customer service. If you sit down as a business, because most of these individuals, when they talk about knowledge, they're only thinking the physical products they are selling and what they are making from it. But if you find out, if you sit down, you see that every department that makes your business successful is as a function of the right knowledge. The right knowledge in purchasing, the right knowledge in customer service, the right knowledge in sales, the right knowledge in marketing. So these are things that you can sit down and create knowledge products from that people can buy into.
Okay.
I mean, I have examples of businesses that are beautiful.
Emeka, I think we have to go now. TV is time. I know you can go on and on, but thank you for joining me today. And
thank you very much.
Yes, let's hope we'll speak. We'll speak soon. So Emeka Nobis is the founder. Yes, Knowledge Money University, and we've been looking at the issue of how to make money from what you know. That's monetizing your knowledge. That's the much we can take on today's edition of the program. That's the business clinic for February. We'll do another one in March, definitely. So you know the drill. If you want to join our community, just send us a message on our WhatsApp number that was on the screen, or you can just reach out to us on our social media handles. Like I always say, be the best you can be and be the change that you want to see. I'll see you all again bright and early on Monday, 11 a.m. to 12 noon on this station. I am Nancy Naji. Have a lovely weekend, everyone. Bye for now. Thank you for making it up to this minute watching the video. Thank you all. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Moneyline with Nancy TV. Follow all our other social media platforms where we keep you up to speed with fantastic interviews, as well as markets, personal finance, business, and economy information. This is the best place